Okay, today's video is going to be about developing strength around the hips, the core, and the back. So that's where we're heading. So to begin with, we're just going to need a strap by our side, and we're going to lay down the full length of the mat. And then just allow the body just for a moment to be nice and heavy. Okay, so really just ground down. Take a couple of nice deep breaths. So take an inhale through the nose, and then when you exhale, exhale out of the mouth and sigh it all away. Take one more breath, nice deep inhale. And then exhale, sigh it away. Inhale, take those arms above the head. Just for a moment here, just stretch out through the fingertips. Really feel the movement through the shoulders. Start to point the toes. Feel the quads begin to engage. And then noticing the lower back begins to lift off of the mat. See if we can just engage the core to support. Still breathing whilst we're doing this. And then from here, just relax out, notice the shrinkage. Take an inhale, grow again. Remember, keeping strong through the quads, keeping strong through the core to protect the back. Still taking a breath. And then exhale and shrink. We're going to take the hips over to the right. We're going to take the feet and the hands to the left now. Just keep the heels side by side to begin with. So here we're going to start to notice where the hip goes. Often the hip will start to curl up towards the left side or start to go towards the ceiling. We want to just drive that hip down, seeing if we can keep that nice long opening down the right side body. We want to start to feel it in the IT band on the right side. Best part about doing it lying down to begin with. We can close our eyes if you want. Enjoy the warmth. And then cross that right ankle over the left. Just get a little bit deeper into the IT band, still driving that hip down, that right hip down. Left hand can take right wrist, just gentle opening and gentle encouragement. Keeping the gaze either up towards the ceiling or the eyes closed, doesn't matter. Keeping the neck nice and relaxed. Breathe deeply into those lungs. Really feel the ribs on that right side begin to open with every inhale. And then close with the exhale. Okay, on the inhale, let's bring our bodies back to center again. Take the arms up, point through the toes. Really find that stretch. Lower back lifts off of the mat. Core is engaged. And then take those hips to the left side now, hands and feet over to the right. And then just check in here, starting to just lower that left hip down towards the mat. Noticing if one side is a little bit more inclined to lift than the other. And then if you want, you can take that left ankle over the right, still driving that left hip down. And then that right hand can take hold of the left wrist and just gently open through that left side. Breathing deeply into the lungs, feel those ribs begin to separate on the inhale. On the exhale, driving that left hip down. And then releasing, coming back through center. Draw those knees in towards you for a moment. So knees stacked over the top of the hips. I'm going to take the hands to the knees. So you know where we're going now. We're going to do some rotation through the hips, but we need to be pushing that lower back into the mat so the core is strong. Give it a prod, make sure it's not going anywhere. So we're going to push those knees away. Take the knees wide. Draw the knees back in towards you. Feel that crunch as you do. Okay, the slower you work here, the more you're going to feel it through the core. I'm not judging, okay? You be your own judge today. So keep working in these nice circular movements. Really feel through the mobility through the hip joint. Feeling those shaky abs. And then bringing those knees back together. Just hug yourself in for a moment, making those nice little circles on the lower back, just releasing off. Okay, and then we're going to go in the other direction now. So hands to knees, knees come in towards the chest, crunch it in, feel the core working, take the knees wide, and then send them away. Lower back pushes deeply into the mat. The core should be solid. Nice and slowly work into these nice little hip circles. Core having to work. Got some interesting clunking going through the knees at the moment. Okay, last one, make it count. And then bring those knees in towards the chest. Allow the shoulders to touch the mat, really open through the chest. Maybe a little side to side rock. Okay, from here, going to take the left leg long. We're going to take the right leg high. Okay, you're going to want a strap nearby for this. So keeping that heel pushing towards the ceiling of the right leg. We've got the hands down by the side of us to begin with. Feel that core. It should be solid. So we're going to build into the strength here of the hip flexor. So we're going to lower that heel down. And then with control, nice and slowly begin to lift. Okay, we're going to go for 5. Here we go. So lower down, hover, and then squeeze, push through that heel, really push that lower back into the mat. That's for 2 now. Let's go. Lower down, squeeze to lift, really lower back pushes into the mat. That core should be shaking. 2 more. Let's go. Okay, lower down. Last one here. Okay, so we're pushing that heel up towards the ceiling. Quad is super switched on right now. Going to hold it here. Notice what's happened to the shoulders. Are they up around the ears? Are they not a fan of core work? It's likely. Okay, then bend through the knees and the knee, and then just hook the foot with the strap. Take the strap into that right hand, left hand can come down the side of you, and then just begin to lift through that right leg just a little bit higher this time. Notice how the difference between that flexibility when you're supporting it. So that right heel still pushing up, that right toe, imagine those big toes that are coming in towards your nose. Gosh, that's a long way off, isn't it? Feeling that stretch all the way down the back of the leg. If you want to use both hands and draw those elbows in towards the body to get that grip, then go ahead and do that. Okay, I'm going to take the strap into the right hand, take the left arm long, and then take that right leg down. We have to use the strength here. What we don't want to do is just drop the leg. We want to keep that strength building. So we're just opening, nice supported straddle here. Left hip still driving down, making sure you're connected. And then we're going to lift. Going to go for 5 of these. Here we go. So lower down. And lift. This can be as supported as you want. So either using that strap or you can lightly hold the strap and see where you get to. Let's go to lift again. 3 more. Okay, 2 more. Keep that form. If you need to stop halfway through and you get through 3, it doesn't matter. Last one here. Okay, lifting up, keeping it there. Swap hands now. Left hand takes the strap, right hand can go long. I'm going to take that leg, that right leg, all the way over to the left hand side now. Okay, so keeping it hovering. Find that stretch all the way deep into the hip, into the glutes. And then with that strength, keep that leg all the way back up again. Right, we're going to go for 5. Here we go. We've done 1. Lowering down. and lift. Lowering down and lift. 2 more here. Lower down and lift. Last one. Lower down and lift. Really nice. You get rid of that strap. Draw that right knee in towards the shoulder. Interlace the fingers beneath the knee. Take that really nice little squeeze into the hip joint. Push through the heels of both feet. Okay, feels nice. Release that off. Right hand comes long. Left hand takes the outside of that right knee. Draw the knee across the body to the left side now and come into a twist. Now, remember, you don't need to come all the way here. We're still quite early doors. So you can pop a block under that right knee if you want to support to bring the floor up to you. We can take the eyes over the right fingertips, just finding that nice stretch, that little twist through the back. Okay, and then coming back to our center. Right leg's going to go away this time. Left leg is going to lift up. So we're going to be pushing through that left heel. Really feel that core, okay? Give it a poke if you're not sure. So lifting through the heel, right heel still pushing away. Okay, going to keep it there. Hands down by the side of you, palms down. Okay, let's lower that heel down. Lower back pushes into the mat to lift back up. Okay, we're going for 5. We've done 1. Here we go. Lower down, nice and slow and controlled. Still pushing through the heels. Plural, both feet. Okay, lower down. 3 more. Let's lift and lower. 2 more. Lift and lower. And 1 more. Lift and lower. Nice job. Okay, we're lifting that leg back up now. You know where we're going. You can bend through that knee, hook the foot with the strap. And then however you want to do it, into one hand or both hands, it doesn't matter to me. And then start to draw elbows in towards the body. Keep pushing through that left heel. Find that stretch all the way down the back of that left leg. Keeping both hips connected to the mat, keeping the shoulders away from the ears, shoulders laying flat. Keep pushing that lower back into the mat so the core has to work. Okay, from here, let's take the strap into the left hand, right arm comes away. We're going to use the strength here, take that left leg down towards the mat. Keep that right hip driving down, core has to be strong to keep you balanced. Let's lift back up. We're going to go for 5. Here we go, that's 1. Let's go again for 2. For 3. For 4. For 5. Okay, swap out. Right hand takes the strap, left arm comes along. Take that leg across to the right side now and lift back up. Going for 5. Here we go. And we're on 4 and 5. Nice and controlled, lifting back up. Okay, we're going to remove that strap now. Take that left knee in towards the chest or towards the armpit. Interlace the fingers below the knee. Really feel that pinch. Really push through both heels here. Keeping those shoulders away from the ears, allowing the shoulders to touch down on the mat. And then releasing here, take that right hand across to the outside of that left knee. Left arm comes along away, taking that knee across the body to the right side, and then gazing over the left fingertips. Finding that twist. Remember, absolutely using a block to bring the floor to you if you need to. Feeling that really nice twist all the way through the spine, into the IT band, into the glutes, just relax into it. and then coming back to our center. From here, just take both feet flat to the mat and then take the arms out wide, really find that space on such a warm day. And then just begin to windscreen wiper those knees slowly and carefully from side to side. Okay, and then from here, we're going to stop with the knees pointing to the ceiling. Take the hands, tickle the back of the heels so you know you're in the right place. You're going to come into bridge, but we're going to work slowly. So starting with the pelvic tilts. So squeezing through the core, beginning just to move the pelvis slightly to lift the bottom from the mat, and then roll back down again. A little bit higher this time, squeezing through the core, and then lowering. Bit higher again. And lowering. Bit higher again this time. All the way back down. See if we can touch each vertebrae down as you go. And then lifting. Coming up to the shoulders this time, and then all the way back down. And now finding our full bridge, coming all the way up to the shoulders. So hands are pushing down into the mat. We're lifting through the hips. The glutes are squeezing like crazy. We're pushing through the shins like they're trying to touch the front wall. The knees are hip distance apart. The neck is straight. The gaze is down the center line. Okay, from here, take the right leg and cross it over the left. So we've got this nice reverse pigeon opening up through the hip on the right side. And then from here, we're going to hover that bottom down, squeeze through the glutes to lift. We're going to go for 10 of these. Here we go. Let's lower for 1, squeeze to lift, 2, squeeze to lift, 3, squeeze to lift, 4, squeeze to lift, still open through that right knee, lower 5, lower 6, lower 7, lower 8, lower 9, and for 10, pause there, really drive that right knee open to open through that right hip. And then slowly, let's take that right foot down, find your bridge, make sure you're still there. Left leg comes, crosses over the knee, driving that left knee down this time to open through the left side. Here we go. We're going to go for 10. Lower that bottom down to hover, squeeze to lift. Right, here we go. That's 1. Let's go for 2, for 3, for 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Keep it there, keep squeezing, and then left foot comes down. Okay, let's lower each vertebrae down nice and slowly, keeping that core so strong. Okay, and then draw those knees in towards you, and then find your happy baby. Just draw those knees in towards the armpits and allow the body to just relax here for a moment. Maybe a rock from side to side. If you prefer to relax in a different way, then please go ahead and do that. I know it can feel very different for different bodies. Okay, gently close those knees back together again, and then just give yourself a nice deep hug together. Okay, we're going to cross over the ankles. We're going to rock and roll up and down on the spine. And then when you're ready, come into a table. All right. So checking our positioning, shoulders over wrists. We've got hips over knees. Okay, just working through some cat-cows. As we inhale, sit bones go up towards the ceiling, tummy drops, lengthen through the neck, and then round through the spine. Beginning to move forward and backwards through this as well, bending through the elbows and moving through the wrists. Paying attention to the shoulders. And then when you're ready, we're going to come back to our neutral. Okay, tuck under the toes. We're going to hover the knees. All right. So first of all, we're just going to wave the body forward into plank. And then we're going to send chest back towards thighs. Find the length through the arms. Come back into your plank again, nice and strong. So we want to be pushing the heels back. We want to be lifting through the kneecaps. Core is strong, glutes are squeezing. Back, chest to thighs. And then back into our plank. We're going to take right knee towards left elbow. Take it back. Going to take left knee towards right elbow. Take it back. Here we go. Right knee to left. And then left to right. 2 more on both sides. Right to left. Left to right. Last round, right to left. And left to right. Okay, chest to thighs. Send the bottom high, downward facing dog. Pause here, catch your breath. Okay, right leg comes high, squeeze through that glute. We're going to take that big toe down to the mat, touch down and lift. Let's go for 5. Here we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Hold it there. Take that right foot through the hands. Okay, we're going to come up into a high lunge. Sinking that back heel back towards the back wall, lifting through that back kneecap, keeping strong through the core. Right knee over ankle. Take the hands up towards the ceiling. Okay, we're going to push through so the knee begins to extend over the ankle. We want to keep this really controlled. And then back, knee over ankle. Let's go again. Really take that deep lunge. Keeping that knee in line with the ankle, as in line, but we want to extend over. Back up. 3 more. Here we go. And lift. 2 more. And lift. 1 more. And lift. Nice. Take the hands to the mat. Take the right leg back to the, left, and then come into your down dog. Take a really slow walk through the heels. Really wiggle through the bottom. And then come to find your plank. Pausing here. Okay, we're going to inhale, weight forward, elbows close to the body, come down, untuck the toes, take the hands behind you. We're going to inhale, and as we do, begin to peel the chest off of the mat, the feet come to, squeezing through the glutes, lengthening through the spine. And exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And lower. Inhale, lift and lengthen. And lower. Hands come underneath the shoulders. Going to tuck the toes, elbows to the back of the room, come up through plank. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, from here, right knee to left elbow. Left to right, right to left, left to right, 2 more, right to left on each side, left to right, right to left, and left to right. Okay, downward facing dog, bottom comes high, walk out those heels. Pause here, take a moment, take a breath. Okay, left leg comes high now. All right, keeping those hips nice and level. We're going to take the big toe down to the mat, touch down and lift. We're going to go for 5. We've done 1. Here we go. Lower and lift for 2. Lower, lift for 3. Lower, lift for 4. Lower and lift for 5. Hang there for a moment. Left foot comes through the hands. Come into your high lunge. Pushing through that back heel, lifting through that back knee, nice and strong, knee over ankle. Okay, taking those arms high, bending forward into that knee. Find that stability through the knee, through the ankle. Lifting, going for 5, we've done 1. Here we go, lower down and lift. Lower down and lift. 2 more, keep it nice and stable. Lower down and lift. Always an option to use something to stabilize you if you need to. Lowering down and lift, nice and strong, nice. Hands come down, left foot comes back to join right, find your plank. No, thank you. Okay, right knee to left elbow, left to right, right to left, left to right, right to left, and left to right. Inhale, weight comes forward, elbows close to the body, lower down. From here, we're just going to begin to inhale. As we do, peel the chest off of the mat, lengthen through the spine, can incorporate feet if you would like to again. Exhale. Inhale to lift. And exhale. Inhale to lift. Exhale. From here, just bend in the feet. Take the hands behind you to touch the shoelace side of the feet. Roll those shoulders back. Take an inhale, pushing those feet into the hands. Begin to lift through the chest. Begin to lift through the thighs. Glutes are strong. Finding strength through the spine. Lifting through the crown of the head. No crunching. Keep breathing. And then slowly release down. Make a pillow for the head. Windscreen wiper out those feet from side to side. Okay, from here, just going to take the hands underneath the shoulders, elbows to the back of the room, tuck those toes. Let's come up through plank in 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so we're going to finish off here. So from here, we're going to come down, pivot onto the right side and dip yourself down. We want to really feel the push of the mat, hands into the mat. Get those obliques working, turn on the toes and then lengthen down on the other side. So we want the obliques really, really working here. Okay, so really find that plank, twist around and then dip down again. So I'm not going to count them here, but we're going to go for 10 seconds. All right. So we're doing 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take the knees down to the mat. Come into a child's pose. Take the forehead down to the mat. Allow the hands either in front of you or behind you in a supported back stretch. And allow the breath to settle, the heart to lower. Take a breath. And shoulders melt over the top of the knees, maybe a little sway from side to side. And then just begin to uncurl. So as you do that, really take your time to come back up to a seated position. And then from here, we're just going to take the arms up, take opposite elbows, really find space through the shoulders. If you've got it in you and you want to, you can begin to just peel those shins off of the mat. Take the gaze down to the belly to find the length through the spine, through the neck. And then switch out the shoulder, the elbow grip, take the other one. And then release that off. Take that weight of the body into the hands and just begin to tap out those toes if you have had your shins lifted. And then from here, we're just going to move around onto the bottom. Okay, just sit in a cross-legged position for a moment and allow those knees to open wide. So it might be that you're up on a block if that's more comfortable for you. Okay, so we're just going to sit here for a moment, just allowing the hips to begin to open. Think about growing tall here. Think about shoulders over the top of the hips. Think about the core supporting you as you inhale and grow tall. And exhale, shrink. And then just switch out those legs to making sure that we're nice and even. This time taking the gaze down towards the feet. Keep that neck nice and long. And then when you're ready, just bring those knees together nice and carefully. And then reset yourself with a wonderful smile. You did it.